Greetings, y'all. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Greetings, greetings. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of Brown Girls Are Beautiful. You're probably wondering, why do I have on these sunshades, y'all? I have on these sunshades because my eyes are tired. I'll probably take them off, but right now I have on sunshades because my eyes are tired and I have all this light on. I don't really have much time to be on here because it's going to be really brief and quick. I've been playing around with the equipment trying to get this webcam to work, and I finally got it to work. It's really my GoPro camera, but I'm using it as a webcam, and it's kind of difficult and it's a little tricky. Okay, so yeah, we just got a freestyle conversation going. Really, nothing too much going on. I just wanted to come on here and test out the webcam and see what it was looking like, y'all. That's really why I came on here. Plus, I don't really think I've been coming on this week too much. So, if you've been tapping in with me this week, I just want to say thank you. Tomorrow is Friday, y'all. Can you believe it? Friday is tomorrow. It will be the end of the week already. And already we're in the middle of October. Now, I know the Oktoberfest goes on, right? The Oktoberfest is going down. For those of you who don't know what the Oktoberfest is, it's something that the Germans celebrate. They have like a lot of beer and stuff. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I'm just going through, excuse me for looking down. I'm just going through my emails. Because, every time it looks like I refresh my phone, I got more and more emails just coming through, just coming through all over the place. So that's what's going on here. Broken Hearts, how are you? Yes, the beer. You know about it? So that's just something that they celebrate over there. I know, Maddie Ice, is crazy how, and I like your avatar, by the way. It's real crazy how quickly and briefly this year has flown by. It's really kind of devastating, and it's really kind of it's devastating and depressing because that means that our time is flying by so fast. We're getting older, and I feel like each day, y'all, that time goes by is another day closer to the time that we're not going to be here on this earth. That's how I look at it, and I hate to say that. So that's why I push the narrative so much of like go after your dreams, go after your goals, go after your aspirations, because I know that we wish our days away so much. We wish our time away. We don't realize what we're doing, right? Inadvertently, when you're like at work and you're like, oh, I can't wait till the time goes by. I can't wait till such and such time gets here so I can leave. What we're really doing is wishing our time away. And our time is one of the most valuable things that we can't get back. Your money can't buy more time, y'all. That's the crazy part. And they have tricked us in this universe. They have tricked us on this planet, in this nation, on this earth, in this land, in this country, on this corporate plantation, to make us think that our time is not that valuable, that they can actually put a price on our time when really our time is so valuable that you cannot put a price on it. So let's see what y'all are talking about. I've heard of it. I've seen that movie with Das Boot, thinking it was called Oktoberfest. So I don't know about the movie, but this is actually a celebration that the Germans partake in. Enjoy every minute. We try. You know what I'm saying? That's true, but you are looking younger and younger. Well, thank you. I hope to be aging gracefully. Sometimes I don't feel all the way like it. It is a corporation. Y'all, so there are people that are saying they're going to boycott these holidays this year. I didn't know this was a thing going on, but I'm glad to hear it. If people are actually considering this, I think it will be in our best interest to do the same, y'all. I don't know how you feel. Are y'all on board? Yes, it's a corporation, Maddie Ice. Definitely a corporation. So, yeah, this is what people are talking about doing. They're talking about boycotting the holidays this year to save money. And I don't blame them because why in the world would anybody want to put themselves further and further in debt, all for the sake of making other people rich? So, I found this video I'm going to share with y'all, and this is what they're saying out here.
We have no business going into the third quarter making corporations uber rich. After the year we've had, we could literally cripple this fucking country and bring it to its knees by canceling Thanksgiving and Christmas. Easily. They've been planning and projecting for this income since last year, previous years. They do these reports years out. They've been planning and plotting for you the same way that we sit around and be like, oh, I can't wait till I get my taxes in February, March. That's what they be saying. This is their taxes. And they be like, I can't wait for Christmas. We might slow down in the summertime, but Christmas, everybody's gonna let their fucking ego, their sense of competition, their consumerism overtake them. Everybody gonna be so fucking short-sighted and ready to just spend some motherfucking money. I don't give a... After the fucking year we've had, we have no business taking our money out of corporations like Target just to wait until November and December and give it all back to them. We have no fucking business. We have no fucking business pouring millions and billions of dollars into toy industries that don't give a fuck about our kids. We have no business making cheap foreign clothes producers uber rich. Like, we don't have no fucking business pouring large amounts of money into this economy. We about to, in the next month, kill millions of turkeys and chop down millions of fucking trees in the United States. We don't got no, like, we got the environmental capacity to just be chopping down trees. like we just got it like that. Like, we don't have no fucking business, and nobody should have to say. Nobody, you shouldn't wait for somebody to call for a boy. We've been calling for boycotts all fucking year. When did we start boycotting Target? We've been calling for boycotts all year. It's millions of people across this country that ain't stepped foot in a Target, a Starbucks, a McDonald's, just to name a few, all year. And guess what? Even if you don't participate in politics, oh, I didn't vote, oh, that doesn't apply to me. The way that our country is set up, you vote with your money. You never have to step inside of a booth to vote in this country. Everybody voted. It don't matter if you register. It don't matter where you live. Everybody fucking voted in November of last year. When you empowered corporations to fund PACs to back up these fucking bullshit senators and leaders and our current president, to perpetuate the nonsense that we going through right now. We fighting for fucking healthcare. We fighting to not spend our last to go to the doctor, to go to your primary doctor for a checkup. We're not even talking about cancer or other serious diseases.
Your health deserves more than guesswork.
Yeah, look, isn't that so ironic, y'all, that a freaking commercial about health would come up as we are watching this video? Isn't that something? And I agree. My sentiments are the same as hers. I don't think we have any business supporting these corporations that don't care about us, y'all. Enough is enough. And I think we definitely should speak with our dollars. That's the only thing. That is the only thing that they appreciate and that they hear. That if they feel it in their wallet, if they feel it in their pockets, that's the only thing that talks. Money talks in this country. They don't care about anything else. So I agree with her.
Or healthcare. All right, man. I really feel like I'm just screaming at the top of my lungs to the ceiling and nobody gives a fuck. I pray that this message reaches thousands, millions of years. We have years. We have no business continuing to make corporations rich. Necessities. All we should be buying right now is necessities. I'm wearing the same gym clothes I've been wearing for 2-3 years. My shoes is worn out. I'm not giving Nike no fucking money, bro. For what? They got billions of dollars. What do they need my fucking $56 for? No. Nah. Do what you want, but as for me and my house, I hope nobody expect this shit from me anyway, because it ain't happening.
And while we're
And I agree. Like I feel the same. You said that's right. And now they pushing digital IDs. Maddie Ice, I'm so glad you brought that up because right now they're doing that in the UK. And I need to bring up that video as well. I'm glad you brought that up. Yes, digital IDs are a thing, Maddie. And on one second. Digital IDs are going on in the UK. And that's something that actually I think I have it already saved in my notes because I was going to talk about that. So I'm glad you brought it up. It's crazy, y'all. Hold on, where can I find it? I got so much stuff that I wanted to share with y'all. All right, let's see. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, let me see. Let me scroll through all these videos that I've tried to locate. And I might have to look it back up. While I look it up, let's go ahead and listen to this video, y'all.
On task, go ahead and cancel Christmas. Go on and start that family chat and let them know that you're not exchanging gifts this year. Hopefully everybody in your family is on board. And I know you're thinking about the kids. Well, Facebook Marketplace. If you're going to buy something from somebody, buy something small and local. You know, support a small retailer. But it's going to be Red Friday for these folks this year. Someone called it that in my chat. It says it's not going to be Black Friday this year. It need to be Red Friday. And I agree 100%. Hashtag Red Friday. But it's a good opportunity to teach your kids that freedom ain't free. And it's a conversation that need to be had because, you know, somebody going to have to sacrifice and we're going to have to fight for this shit. So here we are. And those retailers, they're going to know. I know they're sitting on inventory from last winter. And guess what? They're going to have that same inventory next winter. It's like, seriously, let's do this. There were Christmases I had as a kid where my mom didn't have any money. She made us sweet potato pies, and that was fine. You know, they were good. We were just as happy. We were like, who's in Whoville? And I think that's how it needs to be. You know, if you want to do something, switch it up a little bit. Do some community service. Spend some time, you know, serving in a soup kitchen as a family. Donate some money to like a homeless shelter. Help somebody else this year. Do something that really counts if you're going to do something. But if you buy something, please buy something small and local. Don't give these retailers nothing. We're not spending money. October, November, December, they make a whole lot of money off of us. And here's the time to teach them. We're not spending no money. Red Friday, cancel Christmas.
Creators, I
agree. I think we need to definitely practice what she's saying and hold on to our dollars for ourselves, invest into ourselves.
Okay, I'm in. Christmas 2025 is hereby canceled. I'm not saying don't spend time with your family, but if 70% of America decided not to celebrate Christmas this year, and I'm talking no gifts, no travel, no decorations, no shopping, it would cause a massive economic shock and send a political and cultural message unlike anything in modern history. Christmas actually accounts for roughly 20 to 25% of annual retail sales in the US. If 70% of Americans stopped spending, that would wipe out hundreds of billions of dollars in economic activity. Those big box stores, e-commerce platforms, and delivery services would all see devastating losses. Companies like Amazon, Walmart, Target, Apple, and FedEx would take huge hits, likely triggering a stock market downturn. Investors would panic over lost holiday revenue. Some of those companies wouldn't recover. Airlines, hotels, and car rental companies, they rely heavily on holiday travel. Their bookings would plummet. America's consumer-driven identity is deeply tied to Christmas. It's not just religious, it's commercial tradition. A collective refusal to participate would feel like a national awakening, a rejection of the system that profits from distraction, debt, and emotional manipulation. And let's be real, you know who's actually benefiting from what the current administration is doing right now? Corporate America. It's time they felt the pain. What do you think?
We should boycott Christmas. That's what's going to hurt them. Fine, we can't all do a general strike. I get it. Let's boycott Christmas. We don't need material things anyway. It's 2025. Do you really want to buy all this stuff from the companies that laid everyone off this year? I don't think so. What we want is more time anyway, with our families, with our friends. If you work that day, call off, call in sick. Let's boycott Christmas. We can do this. Let's hurt them where it really counts. Come on, we got this.
Are you tired of your government being all in your pockets, trying to run your life, not trying to pay you your reparations? Well, join the biggest, baby, I said the biggest, join the biggest movement / boycott of 2025. So I know you asking yourself, like, Lady Snoop, what's that? Well, let me tell you. This year, we're going to cancel Christmas on that ass. Now, first off, if you're melanated and you still celebrating these pagan holidays and you already know what these folks done did to your people, shame on you.
Are you tired of waiting?
Oh, tell it like it is, y'all. Tell it like it is, y'all. I don't blame them, y'all. I don't blame them. Thank y'all, Maddie Ice. I appreciate you. What's good, King Hazy? You like my Charlie Kirk commentary? I appreciate you. I got a lot of backlash for that, but you know, it is what it is because I just told the truth about it, y'all. I don't want to hear what she has to say because she is very entertaining.
Of us that have not been drinking the Caucasian juice and you still got your right mind, I got an idea. This year for 2025, let's not just get one. Let's hit them all, or at least an attempt to. So what we can do, we're going to cancel Christmas 2025. No buying gifts unless it's from a Black-owned place. No supporting no outside big corporations. And I say, hey, why stop at that holiday? I don't think we should celebrate Halloween and or Thanksgiving.
Right.
And for New Year's, what you celebrating that for either? I say, this year during their holidays, we really hit them where it hurts. Since for this whole year, we all have been dealing with something on top of some, on top of some. Why are you going out spending your money and giving it right back to them? Nah, we gonna send a real message.
I love
The
it.
economic black dollar. Y'all hear me? I'm not even talking about the other races that want to join in. The economic black dollar during the holidays have driven this economy for a very long time. I say, remove that motherfucking dollar.
Yes,
Why are you giving your money to people that don't fuck with your kind?
that's right.
Go spend that dollar with somebody that look like you. If you Hispanic, you know I love y'all too. I don't care what nobody say. I got family that's Hispanic, so we in this together. ¿Qué pasó? we boycotting this year. They done did so much to y'all. I know the fuck y'all not celebrating no holidays. I say, before I go, if we as a people, and what's up to all my Calications, that's my non-racist white folks. I see you, what's good? I know y'all going through a struggle too, like real quick. Shit, you motherfuckers been living 20, 30, 40 years on this earth, and you had the reality check of this world, out of this world. So trust me, it's a lot for us all. But let's boycott this year. If little Ray or little Lee or little Man asks what happened to their gifts, tell them, don't trip, baby, I got you. Right now, I'm going to teach you how to stand on business and how not to spend your money with people that don't like your kind.
I love it, y'all. I love it. What are y'all thoughts on that? You said, start your own business and invest in yourselves. You all, yes, indeed. And, shout out to Brown Girls Are Beautiful because, I have a clothing brand and I make melanated king shirts, melanated queen shirts, and all types of stuff. You can check me out on Instagram and I have my website up. I'm going to reactivate it, y'all. I was working on the website, but one of my associates and I, we were talking about doing like a local vending event here. Shout out to my friend in Dallas. She's still trying to get me to come out there because y'all are having a big festival coming up at the end of October. I think it's like she said the 28th or whatever. And I really would love to be a part of that. But I got to get out to Dallas too. Yes. What's good, King Hazy? He says she's funny. She is funny. She's real funny. Y'all, speaking of that, I'm going to probably watch a little bit more of that, but I want to share this with y'all because I'm glad that Maddie Ice brought this up. Just to switch gears for just a moment, digital IDs are going down. All right. UK's national digital ID debate. This is already going on in some parts. I can't find the video that I watched about it, but it says the UK's mandatory digital ID scheme is facing criticism from nearly all observers, but for reasons that range from pragmatic to the fanciful, a more informed debate is needed, and whether it will be held or not, some kind of public dialogue appears to be underway. And you know what this means. If they're doing it there, then more than likely they're going to try this here. I don't trust it, y'all. And they said that these digital IDs are needed to get employment in some parts of the UK. It says, the report notes that a poll from More in Common suggests that support fell to a net negative 14% in a poll following Starmer's announcement. People are not in agreement with this, y'all. I don't think anybody wants to resort to going to digital IDs. This is like they want to track everything that we're doing. It's bad enough that we have chips in our ID cards, chips in our you said you're going to check it out. They have chips in our driver's license, y'all. So plans for the digital ID. I don't think we want to have that going on here. Digital ID to be mandatory for right to work. All right, so let's pull this up, y'all, because this is some hot nonsense. That's what this is, and people are getting tired. People are getting freaking tired of all this stupid stuff.
And that is why today I am announcing this government will make a new free of charge digital ID mandatory for the right to work by the end of this Parliament. Let me spell that out. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID. It's as simple as that. Because decent, pragmatic, fair-minded people, they want us to tackle the issues that they see around them. And of course, the truth is, we won't solve our problems if we don't also take on the root causes. For too many years, it's been too easy for people to come here, slip into the shadow economy, and remain here illegally. Because, frankly, we've been squeamish about saying things that are clearly true. It's not just that it's not compassionate left-wing politics to rely on labour that exploits foreign workers and undercuts fair wages, but the simple fact that every nation needs to have control over its borders. We do need to know who is in our country. Our immigration system does need to be fair if we want to maintain that binding contract that our politics is built on. Otherwise, it undermines trust, undermines people's faith that we're on their side, and their belief that the state can and will work for them.
Y'all, I already know y'all are not in agreement with this because I certainly am not. Yes, you said my Instagram store, Maddie Ice. Yes. I am so against this. I don't agree with it. I don't think people should have to have a digital ID just to have employment. And that's going on in the UK. You know they're going to try to bring it here. I don't trust that at all either, Maddie Ice, at all. I don't know what's going on with my cat, why she wants all this attention. But it is their bedtime. They're supposed to go in the cage. So I'm tired of them keeping me up at night. Yes. I gotta find Prancer, y'all. He's around here somewhere, but he's gonna go in his cage too. So I just think that we need to really take a stance as Americans. I think we should boycott these holidays. Not that I'm a big, participant anyway. Buying of the costumes, buying of all the turkeys, buying of all the decorations and the decor and the Christmas lights. It looks nice, don't get me wrong, but I feel like that's the only way that we're going to get a change around here is if we make an impact with our dollars. So if you are in agreement with making a change in this country. Let's boycott these holidays, y'all. Let's not spend our money. Let's hold our money for ourselves. Let's spend money with ourselves, and let's really have some financial empowerment for ourselves. We deserve this. We owe this to ourselves. We've been mistreated for too long in this nation. You know, they don't want to hear our voices. They don't care about our pain, our suffering, what we've been through. We get gaslit all the time, making us feel like it's something we're not doing. We're not doing enough. Oh, you need to go to school. You need to get this degree, get this certification, get this training, do all these things. We're doing all this stuff and we don't have any power. Running ourselves rampant for what? For freaking what, y'all? It makes no sense. And I just think that we need to hold our money and reinvest back into ourselves, our communities, and our own kinds. Forget these corporations. Forget buying unnecessary things we don't need. We can make do with what we have. And I'm in agreement with that. And I hope y'all like this video, share this video, let other people know to go out here and boycott, y'all. Boycott these holidays. Y'all don't have to spend your money. You can make, you know, one thing I do know about people is you can be resourceful. You can make do out of something little and make it into something major. We don't need all this extra stuff at all. You said they really don't care about us? No, they don't. Not at all. Exactly. No sense at all. I gotta check these cats because they sneaky, y'all. And that's just how I feel about it. I can't stay on here much longer. It says that my MacBook is about to go to sleep, y'all, unless plugged into a power outlet. So either I have to get off here or I have to come off camera, one or the other, because I only have one plug for this. Well, two plugs. So I'm going to have to get off camera. My apologies. All right. So I'm going to remove myself and I'm going to plug this laptop in and I'll still talk to y'all. You just won't be able to see me. Okay. So I'm still here. But for the sake of what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to conserve energy here. So I got to plug this in so that the laptop doesn't go to sleep on us while we're in the middle of our conversation. Okay? You said, let's get the cats together. We're going to get them together because I am so tired. Look, I am so tired of her always. Every time I come on here, whining and y'all hear her crying and vying for my attention. It'd be a whole lot, y'all. It'd be a whole lot. But let's get back to boycotting because I want to hear more of what these people got to say about this boycott. That I find this video so interesting, y'all. Hold on. We're gonna rock out. we're gonna continue to rock out, y'all.
Man, Santa's already canceled Christmas around here, man. Our kids already know. I say, hey, Santa's boycotting Christmas this year because of what's going on in America. Have real talks with your kids, you know? Set the precedents, man. It's real around here. Like, we really have to cut off spending. It's not even just for this administration. It's for the billionaires, man. These fools are literally firing people who are, like, close to retirement. And for what? The bottom line. But who runs and funds the machine, the money that they have in their pockets? Us, the consumers. Keep your money in your pockets. If anything, let's play a little bit of their game, you know? Take all the extra money that we're saving, put it in a high yield saving account. It's better than the pennies that you make in your regular savings account, you know? Hell, even if you want to, invest in an index fund, you know? Like index funds have historically always brought back some type of gain, you know, in the past few decades, you know. Just hold it, put it under a mattress. Don't spend the shit. Trust, man. They will come begging. They'll be like, what do y'all need? Please, we need it. Look what we did to Kellogg's. When's the last time you went and looked at the cereal aisle in a grocery store? Buy 2 boxes.
Y'all still buying cereal? Yeah, I don't even really buy cereal anymore because I heard about Monsanto's putting that dangerous stuff in the cereal. They putting it in so much stuff and it's causing cancer to people. And you said Santa's sled broke down this year. Reindeers got sick. LOL. That is so funny. Now I'm from the U.S. How about you, Hearts? He said he's from Texas. Matty Ice. Y'all are funny. Oh, he said his sled broke down. Goodness.
Because we give you 4 free. Before the CEO was talking shit, talking about some, oh, we know things are tight. You can eat cereal for dinner, right? Look at Target. We literally say, you know what? We're not going to Target. We're not spending with you no more. And what happened? These fools are really trying to figure out and scramble from all the losses. So, once again, the collective we cancel Christmas, spend time with family, be creative. We're doing a Secret Santa in the crib. There's 6 of us. We're going to put our names in the hat, and we're going to make gifts for one another. It's going to be really cool. It's going to be a great memory surrounded around a great cause. So, just some ideas, man. Santa's boycotting Christmas.
Christmas for us Africans is both a religious and
All right. Okay. So, y'all, that's what some people are going to be doing for Christmas, and I am in support of it. I hope more people practice this. I hope that this reaches a lot of people and more people consider not actually partaking in this, what I classify as a satanic holiday in the first place, right? And I like the fact, yes, Maddie Ice, I like the fact that they are doing, alternative solutions. You said it's called glyphosate. Exactly. That's what it's called. Glyphosate or glyphosate. You said I use glyphosate a lot around all welks and tank batteries and in residential. Wow. I like that idea too, Maddie Ice. And I was also thinking, with the great amount of homelessness that's going on out here, I feel like it would be nice to do something, but my thing is like, I don't want to be fake about it, because I feel like homeless people need things all year around, not just during Christmas, not just during like Thanksgiving. People are out here every single day, even in the summertime, y'all, begging under bridges, sleeping on benches, wherever they can be, right? And even if you can give them something, that would be nice. But these people also, they're in need of mental help too. That's a big thing that's going on as well. But yes, I do like their ideas. I really do. I think that we can be creative as a people. Like he said, they're going to make Christmas gifts. Y'all remember when we were in school and the teacher in the classroom, we would make little things and take them home to our parents, to our family. Like Christmas used to be, to me, more fulfilling years ago. But now Christmas seems empty. Like, how many TVs can you buy? Because I see these people out at Best Buy every year. Remember when they used to camp out in front of Best Buy? Do y'all remember that? And they're like waiting at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. for the doors to open up, and everybody pours in there, and they're trying to get a flat screen TV or whatever it is that they can find. They're at Walmart, they're at Target, all these electronic devices. Now it's to the point there's no fun in that, because it's like that was like for Black Friday. You taking people away from spending time with their families just to go out and shop for these items. And a lot of these items, after a while, they're old. You replace them. They're not even that important anymore. So what's really important? The family, y'all. The family, the people that you really care about, your time that's here, your health, your just energy, just enjoying your life. That's the most important thing. Not going out shopping for these items, y'all. People would be out there pushing and shoving and fighting. People have gotten into car accidents. People have actually died in the name of Black Friday shopping, y'all. Do y'all remember that? It was somebody that got trampled on. A stampede happened at one of the Walmarts. They literally shut that Walmart down and opened it back up in the name of Black Friday. You said when I was on the West Coast, homeless was pretty bad. Homelessness, okay. Yeah, I remember them Black Friday days. Yeah, look, I didn't go out there that much, but I did go out a few times. I did. I'm not gonna lie. I was out there. I went out there a time or two doing what I was doing, back before I knew any better. And it was a little interesting, a little excitement, but I never ever spent that much on Black Friday, y'all, because I always had bills to pay. Like I had to pay for my apartment, I had a car payment, I had car insurance, did I have a cell phone bill? Let me think. I think I had a cell phone bill. What was it? Internet, cable, which I don't have cable now, but I had those things to pay, and you just have real bills. So it was like I didn't go out. I didn't go crazy for Black Friday. There were people that would like save money and spend hundreds of dollars on Black Friday and stuff. I wasn't one of those people. I had a limit. And I don't know if y'all remember, but this was like when Circuit City was still around. Circuit City was a thing that they only had in a certain location. I don't think they had Circuit City everywhere, but it's similar to a Best Buy. Y'all, Circuit City used to have CDs and DVDs. That's what I would really shop for. And they sold electronics. As long as I could find CDs or DVDs on sale for like less than $10, I would be happy, y'all. It didn't take a whole lot for me to be happy. I thought I was doing something major when I took a $20 bill up into Circuit City, especially like on Sundays. They had new releases, the new sales that comes out on Sundays. Every store has new sales on Sundays. So on Sundays, after we ate breakfast, the first thing I would do is I would look at the advertisement. And if I didn't have one of them in my hand, I would actually go online and look up the advertisement, and I would just drive on over to Circuit City, y'all, and see what they had in the big bin full of DVDs and CDs. Y'all, sometimes my mama would meet me over there because I'll call her, text her, like, Mama, you better come on over here. They got all these DVDs. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I ended up building my DVD collection. Now people don't even have DVD players anymore. Everything is Netflix and streaming and Hulu and all these other things. But I still got my DVD collection. I still got my CD collection. Because if anything ever happens, right, they can push a blink of a button and shut down this streaming. But I still got my CDs and DVDs. And I mean that, y'all. I am not playing when it comes to my music. You said, I remember Circuit City. The building looked like a plug. Yes. Okay, so y'all do know about Circuit City. It was out here on the East Coast. Yes, Maddie Ice, exactly right. Now they got, you said now they got Cyber Monday. It's all digital. Yes, so Amazon got the Cyber Monday and everything like that. I don't even get excited about Cyber Monday because, it's one thing like when you go in person, live and in action, you're experiencing it with the rest of the people. It's a crowd of people. You feel the energy. You're actually living in that. But now in the digital world, it's like, okay, just order it and it comes to your doorstep. It's convenient, but there's no real excitement like anymore, for real. Like I am not even excited this year about any of that. Black Friday, I really don't even care, y'all. I feel like as long as I can just be in my house, pay the bills, make it from month to month, week to week, day to day, have something good to eat, have my family, have my health, do something that I love with my life, enjoy myself. I don't care about that stuff. They sold us all these things. And yes, when you're younger, you buy into it. But like that stuff is not important. I just like things that makes me feel good, y'all. And some of the things that I like is like I like home decor. So I like going into model homes. If you ever watch my channel, sometimes I'll post like a video of some of the model homes I go into on my other channel, or, just seeing how people decorate. I really love home decor. I'm into fashion, but I just like doing things that I enjoy, my talents, my gifts. Being able to do these things are more important than anything else, and creating, y'all. Just creating. You said that's right. That's what life's all about. It really is, Maddie Ice. They have made us think it's, acquiring this and having this. But guess what? Even the people that have all these things, they might have a lot of stuff, like as far as material things. They material are wealthy, but like you still have to maintain all this stuff. So like people that have the biggest houses, most expensive cars, they have to maintain this stuff every single month. And if something happens, then they have to figure out how to keep maintaining all of these big ticket items, y'all. So that can be a lot. And you know what? I remember back in the day, we didn't have the things that we have today. We didn't have as much as we have today, but we were happy. We were carefree. We were just at peace. And I mean, like, we did not have what we have now. We didn't have all this technology. I'm speaking for me and my family, y'all, right now. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have the internet. I remember those days. We didn't even have CDs. We didn't even have DVDs, y'all. I'm talking about the VCR days. Y'all probably don't, and you might don't know about it. You might know about it. You might not. I'm taking it back to the days where we didn't have flat screen TVs, y'all. We had the floor model, the box TVs, okay? Some people might remember the black and white TVs, y'all. And you got fancy when you got the color TV, right? Some people don't know about it. Some people, because I got to preach to y'all right now. I'm talking about the days when you would go ride your bicycle, and that was an exciting evening, y'all. Just riding the bicycle, seeing your neighborhood friends, running to your neighborhood friends. Y'all go and do whatever y'all do in the neighborhood. You come back right before it gets dark. Stuff like that. We had these little thing called Icy Pops. I don't know if y'all, they still sell them. Real cheap. They probably like 99 cents for a whole box. You get like 16 or 20 of them. Red, blue, green, pink, orange, purple, grape. Y'all, those things were so good in the summertime. It was just the little things in life. Now they have overcomplicated it, made us feel like we need this and we need that and you need this and you're not this if you don't have that. F it, y'all. Y'all just get back to enjoying the simple things in life. That's what they don't want us to do. They don't want us to focus on ourselves. When I was younger, y'all, I used to be creative, which I still like being creative, but like I used to actually literally make books when I was a child. I wanted to be an author. I wanted to be an artist. I used to take books and make them myself. I used to get the white typing paper with the typewriter, y'all. Type out my stuff, fold it up, draw the pictures. I took construction paper, made the title page, author. I said I was the author. I was the illustrator. I did all this stuff and I made my little books, y'all. That was fun to me. I used to like to read. I don't even know if y'all remember the Sweet Valley Twins, but children these days, they don't like to read. They don't like to read. They don't read, y'all. They like to play video games. But I remember when we had the Nintendo, and I'm not talking about Super Nintendo. I'm talking about the first one, okay? The original Nintendo, when the ducks would come and you had the gun and you would shoot the duck with the gun. And Super Mario, I'm talking about the first Super Mario with Luigi. I'm talking about the very first one, y'all. Okay? That's when it all started, y'all. Back when WWF Wrestling, and I thought it was real, with Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior and Jake the Snake Roberts and $1 Million Man and Virgil and the Bushwhackers. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about The Undertaker and Andre the Giant and Typhoon. Okay? Mr. Perfect and Owen Hart. I'm talking about those days. Those were the days, y'all. You said I remember dial-up internet? AOL. That's what I remember too, Maddie Ice. As a matter of fact, our first family computer was a Gateway. It was the big box ones, okay? The big box ones. I remember in first grade when they first started teaching us we had to go to the computer lab, right? So we went to the computer lab, Control Alt Delete, and I'm talking about the computers of when they were box computers. They had a black screen with green writing. Okay. It wasn't all of this fancy design and digital stuff. I'm talking about when we had floppy disks. Y'all don't know about the floppy disk, y'all. Now when we got flash drives. Okay. I remember when I didn't even know what a flash drive was. When I was in college, they just talk about a flash drive. I'm like, what is that? Now we have a flash drive. I'm talking about those days, Matty Ice. Okay, those days. Yes, duck hunt. People don't know. Y'all didn't have a life if you don't remember these days, y'all. They don't have a real life these days. They don't know about it. I'm talking about the excitement of it all. Y'all, when we had to use our creativity, right? Use our creativity. What did we do? We played, we made up stuff to play, right? People, I don't know what these children are doing anymore, because that's a whole different topic that I am going to get into, that I really want to talk about. And that's really why I was going to come on here and go live, because I'm so irritated and annoyed at the lack of literacy that's going on in these schools, in these classrooms with these children, and these baby makers called parents do not interact with their children and their education, or go to the PTA meetings, parent teacher meetings. Their children are in 4th, 5th, 6th, all the way up to high school, can't read. Can't read, y'all. How are you going to get a job and you can't read? You were born in 83, so you remember that. Okay, Matty Ice, that's what I'm talking about. And Broken Hearts Club. So we on the same page, right? Y'all know about it. Y'all remember when Legos was a big thing. Legos is still a thing, but Legos was a big thing. What else? The boys had like their little boy stuff. He-Man. I don't know if y'all remember He-Man. MacGyver used to come on TV back in the day. Matlock used to come on TV. Murder, She Wrote used to come on TV. Oprah Winfrey, Donahue. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about. Vicky the Robot. Okay. I'm talking about Punky Brewster. People don't know about Bill Cosby, y'all. And I'm talking about when Rudy was 5 years old. Okay. When she was little. Those are the days. A Different World with Whitley Gilbert, Dwayne Wayne. Y'all remember A Different World? Man, these people don't know. Family Matters. Type it out in the chat. That's what I'm saying. You said Thundercat. I don't remember Thundercat, y'all, because you got to remember I was in Germany during a lot of my. I was in Germany during my childhood. So some things that y'all know about here in America, I didn't experience, so I don't know. And people be like, you don't remember that? No, I don't, because we didn't have some of the things y'all had in Germany. We were exposed to different stuff. But I heard about Thundercat, but I didn't. Soul Train with Don Cornelius. Peace, love, and soul. Yes. Oh, yes, Soul Train. Family Matters, okay? TGI Friday, step by step, day by day. That's what I'm talking about. TGIF, y'all. Y'all know about it. Man, I'm telling you. I remember TGIF. Y'all, when we came back from Germany, and I think I told y'all before, I did not even understand that y'all had BET, MTV cable, like all of the music video channels. That was big for me, y'all. I'm talking about when Michelle, my girl, I forgot his name, but he was like a Jamaican 14-year-old singer. All those videos would come on. Brandy, baby, 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 baby. Like those were the days, y'all. when Aaliyah was still around. Those were the days. Hey, you know, back when R. Kelly, you know, she's got that vibe. Oh my gosh, y'all. Free R. Kelly, somebody free R. Kelly. It's just not right what they did to this man. I mean, even the music was different, y'all. The music was so different, y'all. I'm telling you, if I could go back, you said Bobby Brown in West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground is where I spent most of my days. Hey, Fresh Prince of Bel Air, Tatiana Ali and Carlton. That's what I'm talking about. Bobby Brown, you laughing at me, Maddie Ice? Monica, Janet Jackson. That's the way love goes. That's right. Tevin Campbell, Tony Braxton. Yes, y'all, back during those days. Oh, I wish I could go back. If I could go back, I really would go back and stay in time. I would not come out of it. I would go back there and stay there. You think I'm joking? I am so serious. But I don't know how to get back there, y'all. So if you find the secret, let me know, because I want to go back. I want to go back in time for real. I ain't trying to be here like this. You laughing? Let me see if I can come on camera. Yeah, they were awesome. Hold on. Here I go. I didn't want to use this webcam right here because this webcam is not that good, y'all. So that's why I didn't turn my camera on. But I just want y'all to see me while I talk to you for a second because I'm feeling it. Those were the best times. The best times. And I'm like, how can I get these days back, y'all? How can I go back there and stay there? If you figure out the secret, please let me know. Let me know. Because I do believe in a such thing called time travel. And y'all, believe it or not, these people have tapped into time travel. They're just not telling us how they're doing it. They haven't told us the secret about it, but they're time travelers. I don't know why there's like a little green light. I don't know what that is. It's a green light, green dot on me. Whoo, man. But you look like you're 21. I don't understand. I don't understand either, Maddie Ice. I don't understand either. Why can't I go back there? Worms, holes in space, they can travel faster. So my friend was telling me that he thinks that there are portals that you can walk into in this earth. Like there are portals in this earth that can take you to places. What do y'all think about that? I think they got secrets that they're not telling us about, y'all. And I know there are ways that we can do stuff. They just don't want us to know. We need the DeLorean at 88 miles per hour. Yes, portals. Yes, indeed. And they're trying to hide it from us and they don't want us to know. Portals in this earth. Y'all remember y'all remember the jelly? You remember the jelly shoes? They brought those back because those had gone out, but they brought the jelly shoes back, y'all. I know there are portals. They just don't want us to know about it. Magnetic portals are real and occur when Earth's magnetic field interacts with the sun's. See, and they're doing something called CERN, CERN. That was from Back to the Future, but yeah, portals I'm sure exist. Definitely. You said get the flux capacitor. So I don't know. Y'all talking about something in the comment section. Y'all remember the Terminator, y'all, with Arnold Schwarzenegger? Portals to other dimensions is real. Somebody actually did a video about this. Hold on. Let me pull this up. October 24th of last year. I want to hear about this. Aliens, the multiverse, y'all, and time travel. So let me tell you, when my oldest nephew was 8, don't you know he was telling me about the multiverse? And I was like, who told you about this? Nobody told him about it. That's how I know he came back here from somewhere. I know my oldest nephew has been here before. I know that for a fact. Ain't nobody telling me anything. And the way these children come out, automatically knowing how to use these devices automatically, they're from a different galaxy or something. That was from Back to the Future, but yeah, portals I'm sure exist. Iraq had Stargate. I need to look up Stargate too. Stargate. Let me see what that was all about, because I remember hearing about Stargate. Stargate can refer to the 1994 science fiction film, the long-running TV franchise it spawned, government project focused on AI. The fictional, listen to this, y'all. These people are playing with us. Hold on, let me share my screen so y'all can see this. They are playing with us for real. They are playing with us, y'all. It's a game to them. That's why I'm not celebrating these holidays. Stargate, here it is. Look. So this is what they were doing back in the 90s, focused on AI. Remember Star Trek? So these beings really probably do exist if they had a whole series about it. So the fictional, it's not fictional, franchise centers on an ancient device that creates wormholes for near instantaneous travel across the universe, used by Earth's military to explore planets and fight hostile forces. The real world Stargate project is a $500 billion initiative to build AI data centers. Doesn't that sound like what's going on right now? They are so freaking full of it. The 1997 TV series is a sequel to the film following, I didn't even know this was a show, following a military and scientist team that travels the galaxy through the Stargate. That sounds like Star Trek to me. That's what that sounds like. You ever see the movie Stargate? It's a good movie. CERN has some secret tech. Yeah, let me look into CERN. Craziness, y'all. They just playing with us. We are a joke to them. I'm sick of it. Intergovernmental organization that operates the largest particle physics laboratory in the world, established, listen to this, in 1954. It is based in Meyrin, a western suburb of Geneva on the France-Switzerland border. It comprises 24 member states. I bet it does. So this is all the fun that they be doing behind our backs while they got people out here slaving to try to make it day by day. Y'all full of it. They are full of it. They're a joke. Then they take our tax-paying money and go off and conduct these experiments behind our backs. Don't tell us about it and release a little bit of information to us when they feel like it, after they've already known about this stuff going on and existing. Ridiculous. It's y'all, I'm so freaking over it. God particle CERN, underground. Y'all, don't even get me started. Don't even get me started on Phil Schneider, okay? Because what did Phil Schneider tell us? Phil Schneider already told us they were doing this stuff. Already told us what they were doing behind our backs. Told us he was being attacked by aliens. This was back in 1995, y'all. You got to hear it to believe it. You say, yeah, I'm sure when they get AI and robots, they might try to depopulate us. That's what they're doing. That is exactly what they're doing. They're working on it. Yeah, that Phil interview was good. I'm telling you, shout out to Phil Schneider, y'all. Shout out to Phil Schneider and William Cooper. I mean, they risked their lives to give us this information. Yes, they did. Let me pull it up.
Under names of black craft. My position as a geologist and engineer got me to see a lot of things in the world. I've been in over 70 countries. Also worked for NATO. I carried a level 3 security clearance with a rhyolite factor. Rhyolite is a hardened factor, only given out to a handful of civilians and maybe a couple of hundred military men worldwide. I thought I was doing the nation, United States, as well as the world a favor by, I thought I was kind of keeping my end up. Well, it didn't work out that way. I was to later find out that these underground bases are now being employed as strategic bases for, in case there is martial law in this country. Right now, our military professors that used to be in war colleges and the like are training people like ex-Russian KGB and Spetsnaz people right here on American soil. I've seen it with my own 2 eyes, along with other people, other geologists. By the way, I'm still a geologist, still do geological survey work. However, I don't work for the government anymore. I took my security clearance and all my government stuff and cut it up and sent it back to the, pardon my French, SOBs. When I found out that a number of these 131 deep underground military bases are being used to subvert the Constitution of these United States and its people, I says, that is enough. I can't possibly be connected. Oh, well, Mr. Schneider, you can't quit, they said. Well, I says, yes, I can. I'm an individual, I'm going to quit, and I'm walking off the job. And he says, so I got arrested and casually told, well, you got to finish a job. And so I caved into that part, and I finished 3 weeks, and then at that time, my father was dying, and I was allowed home, and I never went back for my paychecks. Don't intend to either. These people are beginning to show signs of being our utmost enemy. I'm talking about military people now engaged in training foreign troops on American soil, clearly against the Bill of Rights and the U.S. Constitution. It's why we formed a government, why our forefathers formed a government, a republic of these United States in the first place, way back 200 plus years ago. Because the drawing and quartering of soldiers, taxation without representation, law by edict, otherwise known as today's version, executive order, among other things. The very reasons that we became, in quote, free, a free republic, a free society, possibly one of the greatest nations to ever be a nation on this earth, were instilled in our founding fathers that are now so far away from the people now running our federal government structure. So I'm here today to touch upon a number of subjects. One being that these underground bases are roughly over 3 of them per state. There's now, instead of 12 prison camps, there's 39. That's almost 1 per state. They're building 2 prison camps every 7 months. They're building 2 underground military bases every year. Each one of these military bases, by the way, these underground military bases, they cost somewhere between $17 and $26 billion. They employ 1,800 to 10,000 workers each in varying grades of skill. They gobble up totally through the black budget, over 1/4 of the black budget, or roughly $310 billion. Of course, you may say, where are these figures coming from? Well, the black budget, as we know it, in quote, black projects, which anything called black is significant of hidden from Congress, hidden from the American.
You see how crooked they are, right? How in the world are they coming up with the money for this? But they keep telling us, yet they keep telling us that this country is in a deficit, telling us that they don't have money to fix this country, this homelessness, all the stuff that's going on out here, this healthcare system. this education system that they keep defunding, all the things that are important, fixing roads, highways with all these potholes that's damaging people's cars, right? They don't have money to lower the cost of groceries. They don't have money to do this, money to do that. Yet they have money to do all this stuff, make underground bases costing over $20 billion per base, and not tell the American people about it, right? But they want to take the American people's taxes. And Phil Schneider was telling us about this back in the 90s, y'all, back when we were still probably going to school and stuff. We didn't know what was going on. It's all stolen money. This is craziness, y'all. This is absolutely insane. And if they're doing that, then imagine what they are doing now. Like you said, Maddie Ice, imagine what they are doing right now. That's how I feel about it as well. It's insane. It's insanity, y'all.
People, and very few people are even in the know about it at all. But black budget per year garners over $500 billion a year. And it's these kind of huge quantities and sums of monies are garnered through CIA drug activity, National Security Agency clandestine operations, mostly in Panama and South America. Now also engaged in Russia in bringing and refining strategic metals. By the way, you might want to ask, where's all these kind of interesting new metals coming from? Over here on the whiteboard, we have the new periodic table. It's got 140 elements. Now, in our high schools of today, I was in a high school about a week ago, I saw a new periodic table at 105 elements. Now, somewhere, we're not being told the truth. We're being lied to at every turn and every corner. We're considered less than morons. So the government has made itself an entity, an independent taxing body, an entity into itself, and isn't accountable to anybody, not even the so-called New World Order. They just go ahead and do everything willy-nilly as they please. There's nobody checking. You don't have to worry about this. Occasionally there's a senator that pokes a nose in here and there, and that senator finds out either nicely or not so nicely that you don't do things like that. Now, if we're to gain a grip on our country, if we're to take our country back, we must first ask our public officials if they cannot tell us the truth, and we will impeach them, or they will be impeached, or they'll be tried as traitors. This is pretty stiff language. Already it's slowly beginning to trickle out and to occur to a number of people that this may be the only way out. Also, our founding fathers, George Washington, Patrick Henry, and a few of the other ones came up and said that you don't want to let the beast out of the box. And they were talking about a runaway government. You don't want to allow your government to become like England at that time. And so they warned us about.
Hold on. Y'all said they did a Philadelphia experiment where you're at, and you said they had an underground military base that reaches all the way to the Rocky Mountains in New Mexico, and Colorado military base. Chinese brought and owned the one in Iran, Texas. This is some insane. This is insanity. Philadelphia. Hold on. Philadelphia experiment. What in the world are they doing? What is it, Tinkerpool? I'm sorry. I'm researching this thing that y'all are talking about.
This very same kind of thing. First of all, the United States is not a democracy. It's not a republic anymore. It should be a republic. That's to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God. Why we can't even pray in the public schools anymore. We have to have a Supreme Court judge or group of them, plus Janet Reno and company, among other things, telling us what to do. interpret for us as if we cannot read with our own two eyes and understand with our mind. This, of course, is bad policy all the way around. And I guess I don't need to blow that by your ears. Okay, on another subject, I have a number of items up here at the table. One of which here is, if I can show it, is a heavy hunk of rock indeed. It has a weight of about a little bit more than a pound, 2.5 times the weight of uranium. It's not radioactive, can never be made radioactive. It's composed of earth, rare earth, clays, and powdered metals, as well as an alien element, mostly from crashed, retrieved flying saucers and those of the kind that have happenstance to crash in our deserts and backyards, so to speak. It's called mironite. This is employed in every stealth aircraft, every black jet throughout the black budget. Also in the very small quantities in the skins of black helicopters, mironite. Here's a
So as you can see, right, they've been knowing about other alien entities for quite a while and lying to us. We already know this. You said the one in 1940s, yeah, back in the day, bodies in the ship, Janet Reno, evil attorney. Okay, so are y'all talking about the Philadelphia experiment? So I looked that up. This is a Navy invisibility experiment. Oh, they made a movie about it in 1984. But let me see. 1943 Philadelphia experiment. They try to be so covert about their stuff, y'all. Time travel chaos, the Philadelphia experiment. This is insane. The creepy Philadelphia experiment, y'all. As a military urban legend, they're trying to call it a legend. Legends go, the Philadelphia experiment is one of the creepiest and most grotesque ever. It alleges that there was a secret U.S. Navy experiment on the USS Eldridge during World War II and claims the ship was made invisible or cloaked to radar and even teleported or time traveled. Originated from claims by Carl M. Allen and Morris K. Jessup in the 1950s, proposed explanations include mistaken identity, misinterpretation of real experiments, and fabrication for entertainment. It has endured as an infamous World War II conspiracy theory, but is there any truth to it? Let's take a look. According to legend, on October 28, 1943, the USS Eldridge, a Cannon-class destroyer escort, was conducting top-secret experiments designed to win command of the oceans against the Axis powers. The rumor was that the government was creating technology that would render naval ships invisible to enemy radar, and there in the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard, it was time to test it out. Witnesses claim an eerie green-blue glow surrounded the hull of the ship as her generator spun up, and then suddenly the Eldridge disappeared. The ship was then seen in Norfolk Naval Shipyard in Virginia before disappearing again and reappearing back in Philadelphia, y'all. It never stops with these people, right? And so, like I said, I do believe there is a such thing as time travel. And I also believe that there are entities that can teleport. Yes, there are. And they keep saying allegedly, Maddie Ice. Exactly. You notice that too? Yeah. Okay. It says, yeah, they were messing around with time travel and portals. Exactly. We just saw it right there, y'all. We just saw it. Y'all, this is so interesting. I love talking about this type of stuff and researching and reading it and everything like that. Y'all, my lights are going out. But you said you've been noticing that? Yes, I'm very much into it. But y'all, anyway, since I've been on here for about an hour and 14 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and sign out. I'm going to try to get some rest. I'm going to charge all my devices again. Hopefully tomorrow, if I have the energy and the time, we'll do F Your Feelings Friday, and we can delve deeper. If y'all want me to touch on some of this stuff, I will. I have no problem with it at all. F Your Feelings Friday. Let me know what y'all want me to talk about. You can type it in the comment section, or I might do a little poll and see what y'all enjoy from me, because I like talking about different stuff. Thank you so much, Maddie Ice. You all get some rest as well. Continue to always walk in your divinity. Make sure you celebrate yourself. And as always, you all stay blessed. Y'all, I'm about to sign out. I have to play an outro. Let me find what I can play for my outro, y'all. Let's see. Let's see, y'all. I'll just play this real quickly.